just about set to go. And on the hill, Nolan Ryan.
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He was all over that one. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it.
Runner takes off, pitches low.
That's down.
Safe at second, and that was not close. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
It's a tough pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
But in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Fastball, and he gets out of the way. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
And a pitch. Inside corner, that's a strike. And it's 0-2. That one almost got him.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
No outs. Runners at first and third. And a ball evens the count.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up.
That one the other way. Off balance feet. There's one. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killing. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Ellie De La Cruz. That's inside.
As a veteran out there on the bump, you're trying to establish both edges of the plate. Right here, he's working inside.
Ouch, that one drilled him. Safe at first, and now after the play, we'll check on the right-hander status. Whit Merrifield up to the plate. First pitch misses. De La Cruz off of first with 2 away. And there's a ball.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the...
Ellie on the move. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. And save. He busted it down the line for that infield single. Here's Jordan Alvarez. Yeah, that's fouled off. 2 on, 2 outs. On the ground, De La Cruz tosses across the first. That ends the inning. Here's the center fielder, Cameron Meisner. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
No balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, a big swing and a miss.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
2 strikes.
Got him swinging. So up next, Brent Rooker. Ground ball up the middle. Merrifield to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. And the batter now, Shohei Ohtani. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Swing and a miss.
1-1.
And it is 2-1.
He was looking for some firewood right there. I tell you what, if you're not out in front, swing at that pitch, you'll be looking for a new bat.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. 2 outs, base is empty. On the ground, right side. Fires over to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Back in Boston, new inning getting started. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. Bryant back to work. Ripped to short. Whips it across. Leadoff man retired here in the second. And the batter now, Ted Simmons. And first offering is fouled off. One out, bases empty. That one fouled off. That one
No, that
just
missed.
misses.
That's a ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Yeah, the 1-2
2-2
misses to even the count. That one is blasted left field towards the monster, and it's off the green monster. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Everything came together for him. He really let that ball travel on the outside part of the plate, but that's a great example that you can still drive the baseball that's away. Rip that one down the line for the double.
This to third. Chapman over to first in time. And Guerrero is set down. So the batting order turns over. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. Ball
That's a
one,
ball.
no strikes. To third, Chapman. Puts the tag on him, and that's the inning. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Anthony Santander at the plate. Swinging a foul straight back. Yamamoto, a righty that throws with power. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, a curve, a cutter, and he works in a slider. And that is out of play. Next pitch is outside. Strike 3. It's a strikeout for Yoshinobu. So here's Darno with 1 out. Out there to center. Merrill pulls that one down, and a couple of quick outs. Christian Moore now at the plate.
Christian Moore.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Out to short. Witt fires across the diamond, and that is that. All set for the start of the inning. And now Paul O'Neill. Swing and a ball popped up. De La Cruz towards the line. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for 2. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Judge enjoyed success at the major league level right away. He hit 52 home runs as a rookie, breaking Mark McGwire's record, and became the first Yankee to win Rookie of the Year since some guy named Derek Jeter.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 outs, bases empty. Now it's going to be Ellie De La Cruz. Swings and misses. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
Bunting, but that's a foul ball. to second base, but he's got it to end the bottom of the inning. And here is Matt Chapman, the right-hander, back to work. Liner, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
First pitch swinging, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Bunting for a hit, he pops it up. Over to Merrifield, and that's all they'll get. And here's the catcher, Jason Varitek.
Boog, here's a note on Yamamoto. He won 3 straight Sawamura Awards, the Japanese equivalent of the Cy Young Award, and the last 3 Pacific League Most Valuable Player Awards, which is the first MVP three-peat since Ichiro Suzuki.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Cameron Meisner.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
This one in the dirt. De La Cruz, the runner at first with 2 gone. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly nothing at 2. Smoked on the ground a second. Fires over to Guerrero. And that is the inning. Start of the 4th. Here's the second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
Whit Merrifield.
Hey, you got this.
Late with the swing there.
These hitters have come out ready to swing the bats early in the count and swing it often. If you want to score some runs, have an offensive explosion, that can be a route to doing it.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Rooker makes the grab, 1 down. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Grounded out his first time up.
Designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
Foul ball there. What about the fans at Fenway? Would they let you have it from time to time?
They're definitely intelligent baseball fans, which is awesome. They're not waiting for something to happen. They can smell a big inning or anticipate a situation setting itself up.
Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Meisner settles underneath it, makes the grab, and that's the inning. Ready to go, bottom 4. Now it's the right fielder, Brent Rooker. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Here's Shohei Ohtani. And that one fouled off.
You can never say enough about Ohtani. In 2023, he became the first player in AL/NL history to hit 40-plus home runs and record more than 10 wins in a season.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Here's the left fielder, Anthony Santander. Struck out swinging his first time.
Santander.
And that's downstairs. 1-0. just
That missed. That's the ball.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0.
Two balls,
He's
no
hunting for
strikes.
his pitch.
That one
That's the
missed.
ball.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Swinging a foul out of play.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. O'Neal. And he makes the catch. And that ends the inning. And we're back here
Leading
at
off
Fenway
for
Park.
Atlanta,
Here's the catcher, Ted Simmons. Bryant back to work. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Gone! And they add a run. It's 2-0. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these players doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
And that one is lifted in the air, and that'll fall for a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
The batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. That's inside.
That's in.
And that is ball 1.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
Shoots a line drive single into right center. Guerrero around second, headed for third. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so...
That smash towards center. Nabs it. Runner tags from third. The relay throw. Not in time. He's safe as a run scores. Aaron Judge at the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. Runner takes off. Line drive. Base hit. Here comes Witt around third. The relay to second. And he's got no chance. He's out. But they do get a run. And now here is Ellie De La Cruz. First pitch misses. Just about set to go. And on the mound now, Sonny Gray. What should we keep an eye on here?
He's a dominant pitcher, but he can get a little too relaxed second and third time through the order and miss his spots. That's where we see him get touched up. If he maintains the same intensity that he has in the first inning and the second inning, I think we'll see him hand the ball over to his closer.
Now at the plate, Jordan Westberg. That one finds the zone, and we're underway here this afternoon. Just missed. 1-1 is fouled off. On the ground, right side, into the outfield, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Really nice job, a two-strike hitting in that at-bat. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at-bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. Here's Alex Bregman. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-1.
Next offering is in for a strike.
0-2.
Fights it off. He'll see another. In the dirt, blocked. No movement on the bases. 1-2 the count. Westberg at second. Seager on at first with nobody out. And that is a good eye on a pitch down low. Ball 2.
2-2.
You know, we used to say, if you're scared, get a dog. Go the fastball, man.
If you're scared,
get a dog, man. Just get a dog.
high fly ball out of the left center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 away. Here's Yordan Alvarez.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
1 out. Runners at first and second.
Runner.
Here's the pitch. Both runners on the move. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Here comes the throw, and he's out. But they do grab the lead. Jorge Soler up at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. And that's downstairs and outside. This ball's chopped on the ground. Moore sends it to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. Back here in Boston, and on the hill in this one, Mike Messina.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1-2's the count.
Gets to it, on to first. In time to get him. 1 away in the strikeout. Brent Rooker getting ready to hit. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball.
1 out, base is empty. There's a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
This one in the air, center field. O'Neill under it. Makes the catch for the out. And there's 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish.
Ohtani.
All over that one right there. Against good pitchers, you got to take advantage of the mistakes. That was right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't miss a stitch.
Anthony Santander stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. That misses the zone. Now 2-0.
2-0 count.
Two
You
balls,
really
no
don't
strikes.
want to give in here. You've got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
2 outs. And that's
That's a
down and
ball.
away. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Count is full.
He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Reaching down, makes the catch. Top of the second, and now the catcher comes up to him. Samuel Basallo. That one
That
misses,
missed. That's a ball.
and it's 1-0. In the air, right side. Rooker under it. And it's caught for the out. So digging in, Jacob Wilson.
Batting 7th, the designated hitter, Jacob Wilson.
Fastball right back to the mound. Slings
That's
to
an out.
first in time. 2 outs,
Batting
base is
eighth,
empty.
the first baseman,
David Ortiz digs in
Ortiz.
now. And the first
that's
pitch
down.
misses for ball 1. Line drive. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Back here at Fenway,
Leading off
bottom
with a
half. Of inning number
first
2,
baseman,
and now it's Travis d'Arnaud at the plate.
Darno.
Sanker catches the zone at the knees. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2.
Inside.
That's a ball.
And that's ball 1. Struck him out without a swing. That was pretty nasty. Now it's the second baseman, Christian Moore. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Here's Matt Chapman. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Pitch misses,
Ball.
and now it's even 1-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1-2.
That one is blasted left field towards the monster. On the warning track, and hauls it in. Back here in Boston, on to the 3rd inning, and now the center fielder, Tyler O'Neill. And the first
ball,
pitch
no
misses
strikes.
for ball 1. O'Neill goes 5 feet 11 inches, 29 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back
Ball.
in 2013. Not
3-0.
close with that one, and now 3-0. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. And they tack one on the board. It's 2-0. So up next, Jordan Westburg. And first offering is fouled off.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Now 1-1.
The real threats are coming
ball, one
up.
strike.
Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That one down the line, and that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. The throw in, the tag out. So now it's Corey Seager, 1 for 1 with a single so far. Fouled off left side. Fouled off to the right. One down, base is empty. That's off the mark. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes he goes. 2 gone now. 2 down, base is empty. And now it's Alex Bregman. That misses the zone. Ball 1. 2 outs, base is empty. Late with the swing there.
Good late sink on that
1-2
fastball.
is the
Out of the
count.
hand looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. And we're back. Now it's the shortstop, Ellie De La
The
Cruz.
shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
Messina back to work.
You know, one of the most memorable innings ever for Ellie happened in July 2023. In one inning, De La Cruz hit a 2-out single to take the lead and then proceeded to do something that a Reds player hasn't done in more than 100 years. He stole second, third, and home in the same inning. It only took 2 pitches for him to steal all 3 bases.
Tap foul at the plate. 0-1 now. Back to the mound. He's got it. Throws to first. And 2 straight set down to begin the
Now
bottom of the
batting,
3rd.
The center fielder.
So 2 down
Cameron
now. And here is Cameron Meisner. He's 0 for 1. Ortiz takes it himself. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the top of the 4th. And now it's going to be Yordan Alvarez. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That finds the mark on the inside corner. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. A massive home run. And they add on. From Cincinnati, welcome inside Crosley Field. MLB. All right, just about ready for baseball. And on the hill in this one, Noah Schultz.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
And a swing and a miss there.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Here's Jason Hayward. And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. So now we see Ohtani at the plate. He homered earlier in this one, and it's not his first at Comerica Park.
Yeah, that's right. Shohei hit a milestone here in 2024. This is the side of his 200th career home run.
That one way outside. 1-2 to count. That one hammered center field. Ramirez on the move, and that is that. Here's the center fielder, Steve Finley. Here's something to watch, Singy. He's got the best OPS on the team. He can hurt you. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Swung on, belted. Going back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. And now, J.J. Weatherholt. First pitch misses.
Outside.
And
Ball
that
2.
skips into dirt. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 down.
Batting third. The
2 outs,
designated
base is
hitter,
empty.
David
Now a chance for David Ortiz. Line drive, base hit. And that keeps the inning going. So here's the cleanup hitter, Ben Rice. Out towards left center. And the inning is over. And we're back. Second inning set to go. Anthony Santander at the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Santander measures 6 feet 2 inches. Batting in the cleanup spot, and he was born in Venezuela. The 1-1 is fouled off. That misses. Now 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Travis d'Arnaud stands in now and watches strike 1. That one misses, and the count is 1-1.
1-1.
Just missed. Late on that fastball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Not in time. He's safe.
Batting 6, the second baseman, Christian.
Here's the second
Moore.
baseman, Christian Moore. Swing at a high fly ball, well struck. Finley ranges back. That one is gone. He hammers one out to center, and that gives him a lead. It's 2-0. Pop foul out of play off to the right. On the ground to the left, Westberg throws to first in time.
It's a good recovery, though, after
Batting
giving
it,
up the home
the
run.
shortstop,
Not
Ellie
allowing it to stay
De La
in the head,
Cruz.
but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Ellie De La Cruz.
0-1.
Now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
0-2 is the count.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the top of the second. And ball one. Swing and a high fly ball, deep left field. That one back there. And it's off the scoreboard. What a shot. He'll circle the bases. It's their second home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0. And here's the catcher, Jason Varitek. And strike one to the catcher.
0-1's the count.
Now he breaks his bat. Reaching down and makes the grab. We head to the bottom of the second. Digging in, Jordan Westberg. Shota back to work. First pitch swinging, and it's a knock. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Waste no time there. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league.
Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Fires over to Darno. 2 away. So here's Kyle Tucker now.
Good late life on that inside fastball. Ran in on the hands and got that weak contact. Little slow grounder to get the out. Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Ripped on the ground to second. Fires over to Darno, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark.
for Detroit,
And now the center fielder, Cameron Meisner.
Meisner.
He was late there, strike one.
Belly just threw that
0-1.
fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Over to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Now the number
Now
2
batting,
hitter,
right
Jason
fielder,
Hayward.
Jason
Went down on strikes
Hayward.
his first time through. Clips the corner. That's strike one. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here's Shohei Ohtani.
Now batting.
Flied to left
Designated
his
hitter,
first time.
Shohei Ohtani.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss. 2 outs, base is
No balls,
empty.
2 strikes.
And the
1
next
ball,
pitch is
2
way
strikes.
outside.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just to waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even...
Threw it by him. As we go to the last of the third. Now it's the second baseman, Max Muncy. Out to short, De La Cruz. Not in time. He's safe. So a man at first. Here's the catcher, Mike Piazza. Ball one there.
One of the greatest catchers in baseball is at the plate right now, Boog. As the 1993 Rookie of the Year, he hit 35 home runs with a .318 batting average with the Dodgers.
Meisner grabs it on the run.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
And no one can get there. Muncy around second on his way to third. Coming home. The relay to the plate.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity. Right on top of it.
Hit in the air, left field. Santander racing after it. He's got it. 2 away now.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And it's through for a hit. Finley headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they trail by 1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
That one ripped right center field, and it's gone. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 4-3. Westberg stands in now, looks at that one inside.
Ball 1, no strike.
No question about this one. It's out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add a run. It's 5-3. Now the left fielder. Now the third baseman, J.J. Weatherholt.
The third baseman, J.J. Weatherholt.
And that's in the dirt.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
That one out to right. Rooker drops into the glove, and there's one away. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jordan Lawler.
The shortstop, Jordan Lawler.
Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Nick Kurtz in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. That one lifted to left. Santander. And there's 2 away. Now here is Dalton rushing. Chris, he's currently the team leader in OPS. Pitch is in there. 0-1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way,
runner on the goal. Pitch misses. Throw. Save. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Meisner snags it, and that is that. Here's the center fielder, Cameron Meisner.
Leading off for Detroit, the center fielder, Cameron Meisner.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Tosses to first. One up, one down. And now Brent Rooker.
We talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
0-1.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Gets it to first. And here this afternoon, 2 quickly away in the bottom of the first. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. First pitch just misses. 2 out, space is empty. Next offering is in for a strike. Comebacker to the mound. Slings to first. That ends the inning. New inning getting started. And now the right fielder, Walker Jenkins. Holmes back to work. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Holmes, 31 years old, and he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2011. That one finds the zone. 0-2 now. In the air, left field, down the line. It gets down a base hit.
Batting 6.
Here's the second baseman.
Christian Campbell.
That clips a corner. Jenkins aboard here at first with nobody out. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Foul ball still 0-2. Is absolutely belted into the monster seats and gone. He'll touch them all, and just like that, they're out front. It's 2-0. So now here's the DH, Brent Rooker, and the first pitch misses for ball 1.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Tosses to first, 1 away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer. And now the center fielder, Max Clark. First pitch misses. Still only 1 out here in the inning. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count.
Runner on the go. There's a ball. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. This one popped up. Moore puts it away for the out. And there are 2 down.
Bill, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
And a foul ball. Swing and a ground ball. On the run, sends it over to first. Pretty nice play there. Back here at Fenway, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the switch-hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Next pitch is outside. Upstairs.
3-1.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Count is full.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Here comes Travis d'Arnaud. First pitch swinging.
0-1.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
0-2.
Strike three, and that's two in a row. Christian Moore will hit next. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
0 balls, 1
This
strike.
lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him
Whips it to first, and it's a one. And we're back here at Fenway Park, top half of the third inning. Now here is Jordan Lawler. Swing and a miss, strike one.
0-1.
And that one almost got him.
straighten him up a little bit.
That one is blasted left field towards the monster. Over the monster and onto Lansdowne Street. Home run. He made him pay for that one, and they add a run. All right, ready to get underway. Here's the center fielder, Cameron Meisner.
Cameron Meisner.
Just off the outside edge. And with that, we're underway in the Bronx. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
A little bit low. Late that time, and it's strike two.
Well, when those hitters count, sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Next one misses. Full count, 3-2. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Brent Rooker in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swings through that one for strike two.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The high heat too much on that one. Here's Shohei Ohtani. First offering misses badly for ball one. Check on the runner. Meisner back in on a dive. Meisner, the base runner at first with one out. Late swing, foul to the left.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Checks over to first, back safely. Only one more disengagement left after that move.
Two balls.
Pitch
One
out,
strike.
but no action. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with one gone.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Runners at first and second with one gone. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Next pitch, not close, up high. And we welcome you to the south side of Chicago and Rate Field. The show brings you Diamond Dynasty Baseball. Just a little bit away from first pitch, getting the nod on the mound, Nolan Ryan. What do you have on him, Chris?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Ready to go. And now the center fielder, Justin Crawford.
Justin Crawford.
On the ground to third. Chapman over to first in time. One up, one down. Turkey Stearns stepping to the plate now. Nobody on his team has been better at driving in runs this season, Singy. Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Buck Leonard digging in now. Chapman hauls it in, and there's two away. And now it's Christian Yelich. First pitch, not close.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Next pitch is outside. On the ground. They get the force. That's out number 3. Back here on the south side. And pitching here today, Bullet Rogan. What's the word on him?
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Late on that fastball.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
That one misses in the dirt. Rogan comes to the plate. Got him. One down. Brent Rooker now at the plate. And that one is downstairs. 1-0. Rooker goes 6 feet 3 inches, batting second in today's lineup. A former first-round pick. The tag, and he's out. 2 down, bases empty. Shohei Ohtani, the next to hit.
Ohtani.
That one lined into left field, and that's base hit. And that extends the inning.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Anthony Santander at the plate. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. And that one fouled off. Two outs. Back up the middle and a base hit. Ohtani around second, headed for third. The relay, but he's in there easily. So 2 aboard and 2 out, scoreless game. Travis d'Arnaud will come up to hit. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Well, knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive and run.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. Top of the second.
Leading
Now it's the right
for
fielder,
Chicago,
Colton
the right
Cowser.
fielder,
And he's the
Colton
home run leader on this
Cowser.
team, Singy. Ryan back to work. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. And out number one on the grab. Now it's J.D. Davis.
The third baseman, number 7, J.D. Davis.
Right side, hard hit. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. 2 outs, base is empty. Ronnie Mauricio now. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
Lined, and that's a base hit.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long
The
through
catcher,
it,
K.
and
Bird.
that's a great example of it right there.
Ruiz.
Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz. And that is that. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
And
off
now
for Detroit,
Christian
the
Moore.
second baseman, Christian Moore.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it falls. And a good start to the inning.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. You'll take those bloop hits off the end of the bat all day long. It doesn't mean you put a great swing on it, but hitters deserve to get a lucky hit every now and then.
Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. So digging in, Ellie De La Cruz. That one catches the corner for a strike.
You can feel the extra attention on Ellie anytime he comes to the plate. This guy's a player that...
Leonard. Off balance feed. There's
out.
one. Back to first. Double play. Nice job getting over. And that. Back at right field. All set for the start of the inning. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Jimmy Rollins. And there's a ball.
Well, these guys, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
That one the other way. Makes the grab, one away. So up next, Justin Crawford.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a slow roller. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do.
Now
Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit
designated
the ball on the
hitter,
ground,
13,
kill some worms while you're at it.
Stearns
At the ball.
takes low, second trip to the plate in
0-1,
this
no
one.
strikes.
And
2
another
balls,
ball.
no strikes.
This one high in the air to left center. Santander in pursuit. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. And we're back as we go to the last of the 3rd. And here is Jason Varitek. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Yelich running hard. He makes the grab, and there's one down. So digging in,
Now
Cameron
batting,
Meisner.
center fielder, Cameron Meisner.
This one smoked, could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in with a stand-up double. One out, runner at second. Brent Rooker digs in now. Swing and a miss. And that's strike one.
0-1's the count.
And there's a strike. Meisner leads off second with one gone in the inning. And that one
One ball,
upstairs,
two
ball
strikes.
one.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Tosses to first, and there's two away.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
Ohtani at the plate with two away, swings through that
0-1.
one. He caught it behind his back. Gathers and throws, and that's a great play for the out. On to the fourth,
Leading off
and
for
here's the
Cougars,
first baseman,
the first
Buck
baseman,
Leonard.
Buck Leonard.
Outside,
pitch is out.
and that is ball one. That one ripped. That's back. And it's off the batter's eye. A solo shot. It's 1-0. Now it's Christian Yelich. He's 0 for 1. That's in there. Strike one.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Fastball
ball,
is
one strike.
outside. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Top half of inning number 4. Right side. Moore. Handles, throws to first. Yelich is out. And now the right fielder, Colton Cowser. 0 for 1 so far. Missed
Ball, that's off the
inside
plate.
with the curve. Up the middle. Moore. The throw to first. That's it out. 2 down, bases empty. Now it's J.D. Davis.
Now batting, the third baseman, J.D. Davis.
Swings through that one. 0-1.
Well, right now
0-1's
this
the count.
battery is seeing the aggressiveness of the hitters early in the count and often. So got to be real careful that you don't give too good of a pitch, especially early in the count.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That
One
misses,
ball,
and
two
that's
strikes.
ball 1. 2 out, space is empty. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder. Here on the south
off
side,
for Detroit,
digging in is
the
the
left
switch-hitting
fielder,
outfielder,
Anthony
Anthony Santander.
Santander.
Right through there for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
The 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 0-2. Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Travis d'Arnaud digs in.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And a foul ball. d'Arnaud measures 6 feet 2 inches. 30 years old now. And he's usually a catcher, but today he's starting at first. 1 down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Now it's the second baseman, Christian Moore. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Didn't take long to get a result for that
Now
at bat.
batting,
Recognized the
third
break on
baseman,
that pitch
Matt
early, and that allowed him to
Chapman.
keep his front shoulder in. You know, it's easy to bail on those front door breaking.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And that ball is out of here. And they jump ahead in the fourth. It's 2-1. And now the shortstop, MLB The Show. He hit into a double play his first time up. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
0-1.
That gets by him.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
2 outs. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Rogan wheels and deals. Got him looking. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready now for the 5th inning. The batter now, Ronnie Mauricio. And that one in the air center field. Meisner has a beat on it. Hauls it in for the out. And here is Keibert Ruiz. Fly to left his first time. And a swing and a miss.
These hitters are going to have to find a way to be a little more patient, see more pitches per at bat. Otherwise, that bullpen's not going to have to work over there, and it's going to be advantage pitching all game long.
And it falls. So a man aboard now with one away.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Next to hit, Jimmy Rollins. There's one. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the center fielder, Cameron Meisner. Rogan back to work. Up the middle. Finds his way through, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down.
Rooker at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. 1 for 2.
Ohtani.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Dive, and he's got it. And they get the out.
Now batting.
Here's the left fielder, Anthony Santander. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Crawford brings it in. That is the inning. Top of the 6th inning. And now the center fielder, Justin Crawford.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
And fouled off. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
Leading off for the Cougars.
Now, Turkey Stearns. He is singled and he is flied to left. Little chopper rolls foul. With the tying run on at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Just off the inside edge.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Cut on and lifted in the air. And that'll get down for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. And now Buck Leonard. He's already homered in this game.
Leonard.
He was late there. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Way high there. Ball 1. Double steal. Pitch misses.
Ball 2.
Throw to third. Safe. Double steal. There's a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
And this is inside. Crawford on third. Stearns at second with nobody out. Ground ball right side. That's out number one, and a run comes in to score.
Well, you're definitely looking to do more with that opportunity at the plate. 2 runners in scoring position, but at least he puts the ball in play. They bring across one run. Still one out there to pick up.
Yelich swings through it for strike one.
0-1.
And takes low for ball one. That's down and in.
2-1.
That one misses. 3-1 now. And he pumps it a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Yelich set down on strikes. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's the right fielder, Colton Cowser. 0 for 2 in this one.